I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that the Tetra Dex has finally launched on PulseChain. So I know that maybe there wasn't as much fanfare with Tetra as some of the other things that have launched. I know Piteous, which is the correct pronunciation of that Dex aggregator. But Piteous, as well as, people have been fever pitch about liquid loans, the pH stuff, all that stuff. Tetra didn't get as much fanfare. But we looked into it a little bit this week, Ewok, and found some really interesting things. So basically Tetra is the overall name of about 3 or 4 different products in one. And first off, you have to understand what Omnis is, which is the actual DEX aggregator. So right. Omnis is the Tetra DEX aggregator. The cool thing here, though, is that is unique, and you and I talked about it the other day. I saw Crypto Coffee tweeting about it. And shout out to RH Max. It was actually his short 15-minute clip with, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but the head of or the creator of Tetra the other day that got me educated on it. But you actually have the ability to swap up to 5 tokens for 1. Also, PulseChain limit orders, which is a very good thing to have, of course, and actually using limit orders, which I know you wanted to talk about, Ewok, manage liquidity and more. Omnis was basically designed to make the PulseChain experience more efficient. So you can just swap more than one. There's something called Atlas within the Tetra ecosystem, which is just the Web3 front end of Tetra. It's a dashboard basically that lets you look at everything in your Tetra account. I'm not going to profess to know everything about it yet, but let's first off just talk about this Omnis product, though. The DEX aggregator, swapping 5 tokens up for 1, the limit orders. What do you make of that, Ewok, and how bullish are you on that?
I think it's awesome. If you've got, that many different tokens where you want to transfer into one, makes it super simple. I was looking at it the other day, checking it out, and, I haven't tried it yet. I don't know how well it works, but the theory behind it is pretty damn cool. It gives you your best route, and I'm not sure I think pretty sure it points to, just like Piteous does. I
Thank
think
you.
that
Finally submits.
I'm still going to call it Piteous because it sounds better.
All right. Wrong.
But either way, I'm pretty sure that it points to all the exchanges. So it breaks up the liquidity, gets you your best path. It looks like an awesome feature. Now the one I'm more excited about was the other one that you didn't even mention. And I don't know, are you going there? Where you can combine different smart contracts, like set it up to do different things. For us who have hex stakes, you don't want to forget to claim your communis. You don't want to forget to claim your hedron. So I'm thinking there's got to be a way to run that functionality to do all 3 in that order, so you don't forget. I think that would be pretty cool. And yes, obviously limit orders are one of the biggest things that people don't talk about. Using it, especially when the prices are running up, you can set a limit order, set your fee, and not affect any of the green candles, really. I mean, you set your limit order, and as the price is going up, it will just fill and fill and fill, rather than dumping the market and causing a big red candle that's unnecessary. Set a limit order and be patient. Let it fill. Not to mention, most limit orders, you don't have to pay a fee. I don't know how this one is. I haven't seen, it's obviously not running yet, but you can save a lot of fees, and especially on Ethereum chain, if you can find a place to set limit orders there, why pay that extra gas fee if you don't need to?
Well, we did have, what was it called? Why am I forgetting what?
Matcha.xyz, but they
got rid of Hex.
Yeah, they got rid of Hex. So
yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so I just think it's a very underutilized tool that we have that could definitely help from some of these major 60-70% dips at certain levels. You just got to have a little bit of patience, so yeah, that's definitely something that we're going to want to talk about as we get to that portion of the cycle, making sure that people don't forget about the limits.
Definitely, and I am really glad that they're making that. It's a really cool concept to be able to swap up to 5 for 1 in one move like that. It seems like what Tetra is really doing is kind of capitalizing on what PulseChain already is, which are cheaper fees, more efficient, easier to do things. Tetra's upping that another notch by allowing you to do all this stuff. So I'm really excited about it. And again, something that we've really, I don't think ever talked about. And, I had heard of it, but didn't know much about it. So kudos to these guys. I'm excited to check it out. I would like to use their DEX aggregator as well, because I've been using Pitius a shit ton really when I do my buys. So, really looking
and that
forward
works well
to
too. Like you haven't had any problems
Definitely.
with that at all, have you?
Never at all. I
No.
love using it. Yeah. And you can see what I like about them is at the bottom, whenever you do it, I mean, it does the whole breakdown of like, well, this much is going to happen on Pulse X.
It
This much
maps
is
it
going to happen
out for
here.
you. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Smooth as silk for sure on Pitius there. And hopefully we'll be on Omnis as well. Speaking of, go ahead.
No, I said Piteus.
Oh, okay. Well, to each his own.